Welcome to the Bruce Williams channel. Let me do a wrist check as we begin. I am wearing the SLA045. That's the reference. It's a limited edition Marine Master, only limited to 300 units worldwide. It's a really beautiful edition. And it's a fitting watch on my wrist today because we're going to unbox another limited edition from Seiko. And let's just get to it, guys. DHL delivery today from Singapore. And inside the package here, we have a very nicely wrapped, it is, let's see, the reference is the SPB247J1. Again, it's a limited Sumo. And I've got to say, when I first saw pictures of it, actually, let me cut this open and then I'll talk.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, got it out of the packaging. When I first saw pictures of this, in fact, I have a screen grab there on the computer monitor behind me. I thought it just looked dang cool. And the Sumo is one of those models that, I mean, it's a very contemporary design from Seiko. A lot of times we're drawn to, oh my goodness, this box is awesome. A lot of times we're drawn to the retro designs, but the Sumo, it's a modern classic. It's such a great piece. So here's the box, guys. You guys can see this is actually really impressive for a Seiko box. Normally Seiko gives you absolute crap cardboard boxes, but this is really cool. So you guys can see the red color scheme continues on the interior. And then you guys can read 30th anniversary Seiko, Thailand. And so great. Oh, Seiko is a brand that a lot of you have come to dislike, but I will never dislike this brand, even though they can do some ridiculous, stupid quality control issues. Their prices can continue to rise. They can do some dumb things as a brand, but I will always appreciate the good Seikos out there. And there's always going to be a few really good Seikos on the market at any given time. All right, so we have it nicely wrapped here. And might I mention that this is on loan from Sky Watches out of Singapore. They're a site, they sell Casio, they sell Seiko, they sell Citizen, they sell Orient. They sell limited editions, Japanese domestic market models, some models that have been discontinued. And they're actually the site that I found my Thongxia limited exclusive Marine Master 300 from. I'm not being sponsored by them. I'm not getting a cut, a kickback, a discount, nothing. They're just a good business that ships quickly, has fair prices, has good customer service, and a good selection of these awesome affordable watches from these Japanese brands. So let me take the bubble wrap off of this and then we'll turn the camera around or I'll edit in some pictures.
A few moments later.
Give you guys a good look at what's going on here. So, I mean, classic Sumo profile. There's one thing that I don't love about this, but it's certainly not a deal breaker. Ooh, that bezel. Listen to that bezel, guys. If you can hear it over the cars outside, out the window. That bezel is not bad at all. And let's check alignment. Perfect alignment. Exactly what we want to see, but see so rarely from this company. Anyways, what I was saying is it's not a deal breaker, but looking at this, I wish they would have kept that ugly, bulbous, ridiculous font of the previous generation Sumo. I think if it just had that little bit of outlandishness, it would be that much more attractive, but certainly it's a little bit more conservative in the styling and it looks sharp with this red and this gold, the white chapter ring, the gilt hands, the red seconds hand, and then this very defined texturized dial that looks phenomenal. It looks really, really good. Of course, we have excellent low light luminescence. The case finishing here, this is the best case finishing you're going to find, you know, on a roughly $500 to $1,000 watch. The finish work is excellent. The bracelet is not great. It's not fantastic. You guys can see I still have the stickers here on this one. And if we turn the watch over and look at the back, there is a little bit of a laser etching there. But this one is number 1434 out of 1991. And if you go back 30 years from now, it's the year 1991. which makes me feel a little bit old, but this is a 30th year anniversary, and I'm not exactly sure what they're celebrating. Maybe 30 years of selling Seiko in Thailand. I'm not exactly sure, but man, this is pretty sweet. Check out this bezel action again, guys. That is rare on a Seiko. I mean, normally you get that hard click and then that mushy click and then the hard click. This one, oh, this one's really good. Defined teeth here for the grip. And I know they weren't going for this, but with the red and the gold, to me, this could be my 49ers watch that I wear this year. Last year, I wore the Bling Master from Casio for all of the games. I think this one might need to be my 49ers watch this year as they play games, because they're red and gold. But yeah, I like this. Now, a couple things here as we wrap up this video. This watch, I think the general appeal is the fact that it's a little bit different. It's a little bit special when you compare it to other Seiko Sumo models on the market. And there are some really sharp ones. I've owned a few over my time, in this hobby, loving Seiko, being a Seikopath. And looking at this, we have that unique dial texture. You have the sapphire crystal, you have the color scheme here, and then you have that really sharp box that is, again, very uncommon when it comes to Seiko boxes. Now, roughly 2,000 for the limited number. I know a little bit under 2,000. That's not, super limited, like my Marine Master being limited to 300 units. I mean, that is truly limited. This one, not quite as limited, but definitely not quite as expensive and still very unique. And you will be, probably hard pressed to find another example in the wild. Even if you're going to Red Bar meetings and other local watch enthusiast gatherings, I doubt you're going to find another person wearing the 30th anniversary Thailand edition here. So it's a cool piece. It's a wearable piece. I think it does carry some value in terms of the case finishing, the 70-hour power reserve, the in-house integration here with the design and the production. This one was produced and assembled in Japan, which is not always the case with Prospex level watches. I think there's a lot going for it. And this one, again, it's got perfect alignment. I mean, the long running joke is if you get perfect alignment, then you have a fake. You don't have an authentic Seiko that's just a little bit off with the alignment. This one is perfectly aligned. And so I want to thank Sky Watches for, sending this for me to review. I highly doubt I will be sending it back. I think I'm going to be sending them some money instead and making this my 49ers watch as I, watch them on game day and hopefully catch a game in person this year out in Santa Clara. But a full review will come, and I will also compare it to my Marine Master, which again is more expensive, has some nicer detail work, but it's a lot bulkier, a lot taller, and a lot more hefty, I guess you could say. We're going to do a comparison, so let me know if there's something specific you would like me to cover when I do the review and when I do the comparison. There will be a link in the description to Sky Watches. Again, fair pricing, quick shipping, good customer service, and again, I'm not being sponsored by them. And if I buy this, I'm not going to get a discount. I'm going to pay full price. So just sharing some good information for those of you shopping. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. See you next time.